Welcome back to another episode of Cactus Core Plays Asagao Academy. My name is Bobby.
I'm Kevandre.
And last time we went sneaking about, caught Jared doing indecencies in a closet.
In flagrante delicto with D&D books.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we like retroactively make that the episode of that?
In flagrante delicto?
Yeah, with D&D.
No, because all of the I have theme names for this series. Everything starts with the, and it's like a thing.
Okay, all right, fine. But
it'll be in the description.
Okay.
Don't let me forget that, because I might.
Then he chased us down and was like, "You saw nothing," and we was like, "Fine, we saw nothing. Now just don't touch me." And then he touched us, and it was rude.
It was rude, awkward, and yet a little sexy. Emphasis on little.
Oh, god damn it. We're never going to let this die, and I love it so much. But then there was a noise outside in the hallway where somebody had apparently dropped the boots and cracked the floorboard.
We assume it was the boots. Somebody cracked the floorboard.
It's a fair assumption that it was the boots.
Or somebody just did like a dropped elbow on the ground because they thought they saw their enemy and they wanted to wrestle them.
The people's elbow, just boop, boop.
Yeah.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking? What the boots are cooking? I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah. What Ken Rollins is cooking?
Yeah. So now Hana is assuming that Jimmy Wetzel is the one who stole the boots because to try to fuck over Satch. I don't know why she thought it had anything to do with Satch.
Because we're in love with Satch, and that's all that we can get our minds on right now.
She's an idiot.
Look, Satch is pretty much all I think about right now.
Unless she's specifically thinking about the books.
Could be.
Yeah. So Jimmy Wetzel stealing those books? Rude.
Could be very rude.
Yeah.
Sounds like Jimmy, though.
Classic Jimmy.
Yeah, that we know nothing about.
Yeah.
So that's fine. And then we ended up going back. We told Mai about D&D, even though we promised Jared we wouldn't. But it's Mai. She's best girl. You tell her.
And then she screamed.
Right. And then we figured out that dorm room monitor was robot. And now, and now it's just the next day.
Yeah. When we made it to Poppy, I was relieved. All I wanted was to collapse in my seat and maybe catch a few quick minutes of sleep, though I doubted I'd be able to after such a rough awakening. I fucked it up last time, and I fucked it up this time.
Yeah, you're having problems with that.
This is the quality that you're looking for on this channel.
Such a rough awakening.
Yeah, rude awakening.
Hana. Yeah.
Hana.
Oh.
Before I could even get to the classroom door, a panicked voice stopped me. A worried Satch stood in front of me.
Because he's the Satch man.
In fact, this was the most worried I'd ever seen him. He was wringing his hands and searching my face, and apparently he did not like what he found. Jared told me.
That traitorous bitch.
What did Jared tell you?
That he likes D&D? That I screamed indecent at him?
Mm-hmm.
That he
was indecent.
That he touched me without affirmative confirmation that it was okay to do so?
I don't know what the laws are like in Japan.
They're not great.
Okay.
What?
He raised his eyebrows meaningfully, and it took a second for my brain to catch up to what he was implying.
Damn it! That jerk! He said he wasn't going to tell.
At least now I didn't feel so bad about telling Mai.
Yeah.
That's not important. I know what you're doing and I don't like it. I want you to stop.
You can't tell me what to do.
And why not? I told you I have this under control. You're just going to get yourself in trouble. You're in enough trouble as it is. He stopped and his annoyance turned to concern. He reached out and brushed my face. How many nights have you been doing this? It isn't healthy. I pushed his hand away.
No.
I don't care. I had to do something.
Satch deflated a little, then gathered himself up again. Well, that's beside the point. I told you I'm gonna clear your name. You should be taking better care of yourself.
Satch, I know you're concerned, but dude, you gotta calm down.
I feel like my Castillo voice isn't right now. It's been too long since I read those books. I'm gonna have to do it again.
Yeah, gotta get back up in that.
Gotta get up, gotta listen to Super Cast.
Yeah.
Nobody even suspects you anymore. Not really. Not after what you did for Jared.
It's about time. It only took them...
What?
Wait. You think I'm doing this for me?
I searched his face and he looked back at me in confusion. Yes?
You dumb fuck.
A surge of anger bubbled in my stomach.
You've gotta be kidding me! It's not about being suspected. I've been suspected for 3 weeks. I can stand a few more.
Then why are you doing this? We were all out yelling, for us anyways, in the middle of the hall. Class was starting in just a few minutes, and the swarms of students walking by stopped to watch us.
You're so stupid!
Baka.
Baka-senpai? It's because of you!
Because of you, I sneak into the school to find the boots. Because of you, I was assaulted by Jared Knobbenbauer.
Wow!
What can I say except welcome?
Okay, can I make that my ringtone?
Yeah.
Can you grab the audio clip for me?
Fine.
Because I want to make that your ringtone. My phone's always on silent anyways. I'll never hear it.
Do you really want that to be your ringtone?
Dead serious. I need that to be my ringtone.
Alright.
You're working so damn hard all the time, and you take on all this extra work, and you never tell anybody. I couldn't just sit around and watch it happen. You've been so stressed, but you're still trying to help out me and Mai. It's totally stupid.
Noble, brave,
Courageous, chivalrous.
wettening.
Yeah, okay.
Tears stung my eyes, but wettening, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But my attempt to stop crying didn't work.
Let's pretend that's what we were talking about.
It wasn't like me to get so worked up, but...
Get all hot and bothered.
Oh, right. No sleep. Satch stared at me, speechless. I shook my head.
You only rely on yourself, and you never tell anybody what's wrong. You just help other people. Well, you need someone to rely on too. I don't want you to work alone anymore. I just don't.
I stopped, unable to say more, wiping my face. Blame it on exhaustion, but I didn't even care that people were watching. I just wanted Satch to understand. The students, clearly uncomfortable, started filtering into the classroom. Satch gestured a few times, clearly about to begin speaking, but each time he thought better of it. Finally, he swallowed. We can work together.
We can?
Satch nodded, seemingly unaware of the action. Sure. The school bell rang. Class was starting. I beamed at Satch. He still stood in front of me as if in a stupor.
Satch?
No response. Let's go back to Maru.
I really like the little bit of audio that they've included with some of these because it helps me readjust my voice when I'm talking.
Yeah.
To try and get it closer to what it should be.
It's good.
Every now and again I just kind of go off on wrong voices.
It's almost like that's how, these games are in order to set the mood to make you think the right voice for these characters. They have those little things to set it.
See, you think it's almost like that, but it's probably not.
Okay.
I don't have a better reason.
No, I don't think so.
I just like disagreeing with you.
What a twist. I stepped behind him and gave him a shove toward the staircase.
Hey.
Go. You're going to be late for class.
Kiss him. How's the time?
Do it.
Do it. Be brave, Hana. Oh. Right.
Alright, be good.
I'll see you later, Hana.
You better.
You didn't kiss him, you stupid fucking cowardly bitch!
Hey, he didn't kiss her either, okay? Now's
Well,
not the
but
time.
it was the time for her to do it to him, not the other way around.
Not yet.
I mean, I guess it could have worked the other way around. Fine. Just as, like, a thank you for being like, oh, well, I didn't know I didn't need your help, but, well, now you said that, so...
I think a very nice hug was what was called for there. Not necessarily kiss. No, not just reach out and grab whatever.
No, I meant, like, they do the hug and then just,
No. You didn't do this. You went arms straight out and did the little, come hither, grabby fingers.
Mata.
Right, that's the motion he made, folks. So, I know that you like probably the idea of tickling Satch behind the old satchels, but...
Satchel. No. It's a bag.
Yeah.
What did you draw your ball bag like, Like the old classic phrase. What did he draw your ball bag like? You didn't draw that bit.
What? The fuck are you talking about?
Don't worry, I'm just going to get on a tangent if I talk about that.
Okay.
I stepped into the classroom. As I went to close the door behind me, I heard Satch quietly whisper. Thanks. ... See? No ascot.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, but the red, it fits. Anyways, If you don't mind taking your seat, Miss Mizuno, class is waiting.
If you don't mind taking your seat, Mr. Suno.
Shut the fuck up.
Class is waiting. I'm Sean Connery. Let's get tipsy.
Look, I need something to drink. Hold on. Gotta do this voice.
Me too. That's the end of my drink. Fuck me.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Yes, ma'am.
I dashed to my seat, waiting for Suzuka to lay some kind of punishment on me. Instead, a small smile tugged at the corner of her lips. She ships it.
Yes. Now then, shall we discuss the benefits of motion controls to modern video games?
There are none! Class groaned, and exactly right. Class.
Good for
like
y'all.
that, it was over.
Yo, what's up?
That's the first time I've heard you say that, Mai. Where did that come from?
Hey, I like that a lot. I wish you would start more conversations. Just, yo, what's up?
Yeah, girl, I'm into it. So, what was that about? Juicy. Look at this juicy ass face. She's like, girl.
Yeah. You know, just a small victory.
Satch and Hana sitting in a tree. Fucking.
That's very uncomfortable to do in a tree, by the way.
I'll take your word for it.
I forgave you once, Miss Mizuno. Don't think I'll do it again.
Look, bitch, obviously it was not Hana who started that.
Yes, ma'am.
I sank a little in my chair and pulled out my book. There was no way I would fall asleep this time.
So I woke up and dazed.
I sprinted to the library. Satch was sure to be working, and he had to know what I discovered about the boots. He would probably have an answer. As I flung open the door to the library, several heads shot up in my direction. The librarian was nowhere to be seen. I ran into the front desk and slammed my hands on it.
Hey!
Satch!
Satch's head peeped from the staff room. Seeing me, he grinned and came out. Oh, well, that's too bad. Well, happy Pride Month.
I don't think that's what he came out for, but okay.
Hana, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I think I figured out something about the boots.
He frowned, glanced around, and then waved me back behind the counter and into the staff room. He closed the door and glanced through the glass. Then he motioned for me to speak. I began to tell him exactly what happened last night. When I mentioned running into Jared, he held up his hand. What exactly did you see? I shifted nervously.
Well...
It happened really fast, so I didn't see much. I was really freaked out, and so was he. I just bolted immediately. I don't know why he was in there.
Satch gazed into my chocolate eyes, and I swallowed heavily. I wasn't going to out Jared, not even to one of his friends.
But we outed him to Mai.
Whatever. But something told me Satch knew I was lying. Finally, he sighed. Continue. No, those are the other guys.
Yeah.
I finished my story, describing the dent we saw on the ground and my belief that someone moved the boots out of the hall.
So whoever took them might be planning on selling them, or on keeping them out of your hands for some reason.
Interested. The boots are worth a lot of money, so it would almost make sense for somebody to sell them. Except that almost every student here is loaded, the main exception being you. I winced. Regardless, this is great information to know. I'd really rather you didn't risk yourself going out at night. School is important, and you worked so hard to get here. I don't want to know what they'd do if they found you, and there are other dangers as well. I assume that creepy nurse.
Yeah, Mr. Creeps. Or Mrs. Creeps.
You're
Whichever
lucky
one.
you only ran into Jared. Well, that is pretty lucky, I guess.
Is it, though? Lucky? I was scared for my life.
Exactly.
But I don't want to keep you long. I know you have to work, and you can't get into any trouble either.
I chuckled. Satch, however, was staring out of the glass window. Hana, duck.
Where?
He put a hand on my shoulder and gently pressed me down.
Oh.
I've been feeling right, baby. I squatted on the floor as his eyes slid across the glass.
What's going on?
Shh. 1 second. My knees hurt. Come here, quickly, and look. I stood and moved to the corner with Satch. From where we were standing, we could see just into the far side of the library. There, holding a giant stack of books, was my... Oh, I knew this bitch!
So? What's wrong with that?
Watch her. Watch her, Harry. She glanced around herself, then slinked up against a bookcase, vanishing from view. A few seconds later, she appeared further down the library. Again, she looked around her, then made a mad dash for the door. Then she was gone. Dot, dot, dot.
What was that about?
I tried to laugh it off, but it came out more like a wheeze, terribly unconvincing. Satch took off his glasses and polished them against his white cotton shirt. I did not like where this was going. It would not be pretty. This isn't the first time I've seen her do this.
Well, so? You don't know what she was doing. Maybe those were her books. Maybe she was getting them for a teacher.
He stared at me in the eyes. Do you really think that's the case?
Not even a little. I'm going to stick with my statement. Fuck! Yeah, this is
Like, I feel like we gotta stick with our friend.
that is a lot of evidence to the contrary.
Because she's been on our side this entire time.
So now I'm trying to think of the situation of if it was, you, and for some reason you were sneaking out of the library books, although that wouldn't happen. So I'm trying to think if you were in there with Satch.
I was stealing audiobooks.
And I was sneaking out of the library with actual books, because that's way more likely to happen.
True.
What would you say? And you would probably go, yeah, no, that's Bobby. He's fine. Just leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, he's stealing books. Who cares? It's just him. He'll bring them back.
Yeah, that's what he does. Okay, I'm gonna trust her.
Yeah. Even if she is stealing it, she's got like a medical condition. So it's like
She might have a medical condition. Maya's my friend. I don't think she would do this. At least, I want to talk to her before I go assuming she's some kind of thief.
well, I mean, she is a thief. She told us that.
Yeah, she did. She deserves better than that.
I'm sorry. It was rude of me to imply it. We don't have any proof. No decisions can be made until then. He sighed heavily, rolling his shoulders. Thank you for letting me know about this. You're pretty reliable, you know?
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
I'm just so unreliable. Just do not trust me.
With anything at all. See how wild my hair is in this photo?
Look how I have no teeth anymore. I sold them. I didn't want them anymore.
Okay.
It's good for blowjobs. I glanced away and heard a
What?
door open. What? Look, if she took out all of her teeth, it's good for blowjobs.
I disagree.
Oh, yeah?
There needs to be a little bit of teeth. Needs to have that little bit of fear.
Yeah, Bobby's into the fear fuck, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. I glanced away and heard a door open. Satch was waiting for me to leave. No, just lock the door, son.
Right. I'll just go.
See you later.
Thank you, Hana.
Come by again soon, Hana. He winked. I blushed and skidded out of the library, relief flooding over me. Again, every time they wink, I wink as well, as I'm reading it.
Yeah, it works.
But as I reached the hall, I stopped. Would Mai really put Satch in danger like that, after all he did for us? I really didn't know what to think. I was walking back to the dorm a few days later, enjoying the late spring sunlight on my face, when I heard someone call out my name.
It's been a few days and you haven't talked to
Why
Maya
didn't you
yet?
talk to Mai? That's exactly what I'm saying. Just be like, bitch, do you have books?
Yeah.
Hana.
Hana, there you are.
Satch.
He reached me and bent over, panting slightly. Oh, for some reason I was imagining him reaching her and bending her over.
Right.
I don't mean like assuming the position. I mean like a dip for the dancing.
Oh, yes, okay.
Either way.
I like the idea of him just walking up and him like being beside her and just bending her over and just being like, yes, you make a good L shape there. And that's it. He's not in front or behind, just beside.
It's like, I like an L shape.
Yeah. Were you running to catch me?
You walk surprisingly fast. I waited a bit for him to catch his breath. He glanced around us surreptitiously. Mai isn't with you? That's strange.
She's at volleyball practice. She's part of the team, you know.
Or is she?
Well,
Well, that's convenient. She's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I really didn't like the way he said that. Remember how we saw her sneaking through the library the other day?
Yes.
Another chunk of books are missing from the library. In other words, she didn't check out those books.
Okay.
He looked at me expectantly.
I don't think I like what you're implying.
Can you blame me? What else am I supposed to think? I mean, like, that's reasonable, Satch.
Yeah, totally reasonable.
Sure.
I don't know.
Thank you, Hana. Better of your friend, maybe?
Is she really his friend, though?
Yeah.
They, like, kind of know each other sometimes.
Yeah. You know Mai. You know she wouldn't do something like this.
I do know Mai. I know exactly what she would do.
And it's exactly something like this.
I've known her longer than you have.
Yeah.
Do I? Yeah, he doesn't have teeth anymore either. It's very impressive.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes you just gotta trade it in at Teethstop and get a good store credit.
Store credit at Teethstop.
Yeah.
For more teeth?
Well, maybe for, like, braces.
For the teeth you don't have.
Yeah.
Okay.
We use them in non-conventional ways.
That was an odd engine noise. But yeah, okay.
Yeah. Everyone likes Teethstop. People can surprise you, Hana. You shouldn't trust people so easily. He said it so bitterly that I was caught off guard. Without anything to say, we stood in a tense silence. Then he sighed. It makes sense, that's all I'm saying. It wouldn't hurt just to ask her, would it? Well, yes, it would. It would be betraying her trust on an issue she was already really sensitive about. But Satch didn't know she had kleptomania. He probably thought it would be as simple as a stick of cotton candy. That's a weird saying.
Yeah, that's... Ooh, okay. I'll see what I can do.
Where is she hiding them?
right on.
Thanks, Hana. But I've got to go to work now, so I'll see you later.
Turns out she's actually hiding them in the library.
No one's going to look for books there.
Yeah, bye.
I watched as he hustled off in the direction of the library, feeling nauseous. I really didn't want to think mine was the one who'd been stealing everything, not after she so sincerely told me she hadn't taken the boots. She did not deny the books.
That's true. In fact, she confessed up to a lot of other stuff, just not the boots.
Yeah.
Because she didn't take the boots.
Did I have to confront her? Well, I did share a room with her. It wouldn't be hard to do a little bit of snooping now, would it? Oh, girl.
That's probably not the best way to go about it.
That night I rose from bed like a vampire.
Yeah, straight up smacked my head on the underside because, let's remember, Hana is bottom bunk.
With my snores like an ambient noise, I crept to her desk. Ignoring the guilt in my stomach, I used my cell phone as a flashlight. Why are you doing this with her in the room?
Yeah.
I didn't see anything incriminating. No library books, just her regular school books. I pulled open her drawers, not daring to do more than stare at whatever was on top of the pile. I like that joke. Mine was incredibly messy, tons of random stuff thrown left and right. But there was no room for the books in any of her drawers. As far as I could tell, she got off scot-free. But that didn't make any sense. I saw Mai taking books out of the library, so shouldn't they at least be somewhere? Where else might she have put them? I sighed and put on some slippers. Time for another secret outing. Rude.
Very rude.
I made it to the classroom without incident, heading over to Mai's desk and sliding my hands through it. Money? 5,000 yen? I'll just put that back where I found it, in my pocket. Who leaves 5,000 yen just sitting in their desk? Probably everybody at this rich boy school.
I mean, yeah.
These rich kids, I swear.
Let's see, 5,000 yen?
Like $500, right?
Uh,
I don't know how many yen is a dollar.
like 100 yen?
So, yeah, $500.
Yeah. No, more like 50, right?
I don't know.
2 decimal points? 2. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah, just...
We could figure this out by using actual
Alexa,
things
how many
rather-
dollars is 5,000 yen? She's not listening. Alexa, how many dollars is 5,000 yen?
46.18.
5,000 Japanese yen is 46 US dollars and 22 cents.
That's
Okay,
not
so
bad.
Did that answer your question?
Slightly different.
Yes.
So yeah, $50.
Thanks for your feedback.
That's not nearly as much as I thought it was.
It is not.
Regardless, there were no books.
And why is there just $50 laying around?
Why not?
Do you just have $50 laying around?
Not in my pocket. But I could.
Could you?
Probably.
Okay. Well, you get started on that.
There was only one last place to look. Maya's locker was directly next to mine, so I stepped onto my tiptoes and peeked through the slats. There was her full-length poster, Jared, a hairbrush, her volleyball team jacket dangling from her coat hook, and there at the bottom of her locker was a pile of books. My heart sped up, and I tried angling my phone's flashlight to get a better look and see if I could read the titles, but no matter how I tried, the light wouldn't reach. I put my cell phone back in my pocket and sped out of Poppy Hall. I emerged into the night. The wind chilled my skin, but despite that I felt hot, alert, awake. I didn't want to go back to the dorms, not after what I found, so instead I turned and headed for the field. It was a long walk, especially in the dark. Halfway there I found myself regretting such a stupid decision, especially with the trees and shrubs and shrouding the trails and making me feel like someone was watching me.
Oh yeah?
But I let my adrenaline lead me, and in no time I was at the field. The field at night was peaceful, almost spiritual place. As I walked to the great oak tree, I felt like there were others there with me, watching over me. Maybe fairies, or elves,
Or Simba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Where did this motherfucker come from?
From our hopes and dreams.
Satch. I knew it. I glanced around me nervously, unsure of where to go or what to do.
I couldn't sleep?
Apparently not. You've been having a hard time sleeping for a while, haven't you? And do you usually break curfew and go sneaking around the grounds when you can't sleep?
I
didn't know what to do. Satch seemed angry, and I didn't like being out there alone in an empty field at night with an angry Satch.
That's a fair point.
Anger had always scared me, even more so after my time at my old school. I hated being angry. I hated seeing other people angry. I didn't know what to do. Hana. Satch sighed. You know, we're partners now, so you don't have to do this all by yourself.
Hold on, whoa now. Partners is a commitment. You might want to think about that.
Can't you at least tell me where you're going to do something like this? I don't want you to put yourself in danger. I'll go with you, so don't go alone. I'll protect you.
Were you worried about me?
I grinned at him and he rubbed his temples. I swear, you're gonna be the death of me.
Seriously?
You were!
Look. Without thinking, I hugged him. Satch's arms fell limply to his sides.
Thank you, Satch.
After a few seconds, his arms wrapped around me too. I just don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to suffer because of me. I buried my head into his chest, chuckling.
Silly. That's exactly what I was thinking about you. After all this with the boots, and now the books...
Satch laughed, and I felt his chest shake with each exhale. Of course we would. We stood like that for a while. After some time, Satch nudged me slightly. Hana, look. I stepped away from him and gasped. He had a boner. Fireflies. Fireflies lit the air around us, floating through the tree limbs and dotting the night sky as if they were stars.
You would not believe your eyes. They're beautiful.
No, you. Satch nodded, pulling me closer to him. There's nothing more sexy than just being like, no, you.
Yeah. He pulls me closer and whispers in my ear, turn to page 304.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'd do it.
Satch walked me back to Primrose House, guarding me like a knight. I thought about telling him about the books, but decided not to. I had no proof. There was no reason to make him even more suspicious of Mai. They were just books. They could be anything.
Good night, Satch.
Good night, Hana.
Class?
I'm handing back the results of last week's test. Most of you did very well. A few of you rather unexpectedly slid severely down the ladder. I hope that you're all taking your studies seriously, because if you aren't...
Well, I'm just gonna have to punish you.
Yeah. We aren't going to get to the... What? We aren't going to get the end-of-the-year class trip to Osaka.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah. Everybody loves going to Osaka. How am I supposed to find a boyfriend if that happens?
Fair enough. You're an adult, you can just go to Osaka by yourself.
Yeah, and not to mention most women can find a boyfriend very quickly.
Especially that one.
Yeah, you just asked for one.
She handed the papers back through the class, huffing disdainfully as she passed Publico.
To be fair, most guys can find a boyfriend very quickly, too. Guys are not very picky creatures. It's... Yeah. I mean, let's be real here. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Hana, I really hope this is a one-time incident.
She handed me back my exam. 64%. I stared at the circled red number, my mind blank with shock. How was that possible? Mai whistled behind me. Damn, Hana, not doing too good there, are you?
I've never gotten lower than a B in my life.
You're shaking? Whoa, calm down there, girl. It was one exam. Ain't nothing you need to worry about. Why did you become like a Texan? Well, calm down there, girl. It was just one exam. Ain't nothing you need to worry about.
Could be she was supposed to have the Kumatora accent this whole time.
Could be. We'll get some ice cream later on and everything will be fine.
Oh, you don't have to keep it up.
I'm not going to.
You really don't. I'm dumb.
Bobby just loves my Texan accent so much that he gets distracted by it by his boner, and so it's a problem. You haven't been paying attention in class. How do you expect to pass the test when you don't even know what's on it? You're not like Kakusu. You can't ambiently soak in knowledge while you're sleeping.
That's not fair. She gets dictionaries literally uploaded to her database while she's powered off.
She's just a robot?
Yeah.
Like, I've got some issues with that.
Why?
It's just so nonchalant. She's just a robot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she has secrets that needs keeping. So she understands.
No, I just like to read them before falling asleep like any other normal human or carbon-based life form. ...
bitch.
Anyways, let's get to lunch. I'll treat you to ice cream and things will totally look better after this. Come on, Bahuku gods.
It's like, come on, Bahuku gods.
Mai and I arrived at the lunch table, me nursing a double scoop of vanilla ice cream. Why you pick vanilla ice cream?
Look, we chose vanilla in the VR thing. It
Yeah.
could be this is what it affected.
This is the long-reaching change.
Right.
It could have been chocolate. What else could have happened?
Right. But vanilla is the correct choice for ice cream.
Just as we settled in, Gerard stood up and held up his test for the table to see.
If you only have the basic flavors of like vanilla and chocolate and maybe strawberry. If there's banana ice cream, go with that. And if you get the more complicated, it's like cookie dough flavor and whatever, well then we're talking about something else entirely.
I did not fail you, boys! And ladies. Another flat 100 sold and sealed. What is that? 70 tests in a row? Don't you ever get tired? Yeah, again, all of the continue voices, not static voices.
Yeah, we don't fucking remember these people.
Does passion ever die? Will flames cease to burn if there is ever fuel? So long as I'm trapped within the confines of schooling and there are tests to finish, I will complete them. A smattering of polite applause met the speech.
Now I like to think of him like just doing the heroic Captain Morgan stance and pointing up, you know,
As
on
he
the
should.
tail. Right. Just the full on, just, yes!
Please get down.
No.
Well, it wasn't like it was a particularly hard test this time around.
It's good that Asagao basically only puts effort into the midterms and finals. Way easier to coast. Although, if I become president, I solemnly vow to change that.
I thought you were already president.
Shut the fuck up. No, because he was running, right?
I thought he was already class president and was running for re-election. Maybe not.
Don't remember.
Why would you do that?
Did you get another terrible score, Pubgoo?
No. Yes. There's no helping you. I've offered to tutor you before, you know. You never accepted. I have way better things to do than school. This will hardly matter once I graduate anyway. Education is important. You should strive whether you're in school or not. I will. I'll just learn practical skills that I can apply to a future career like video editing or voice acting.
Yeah, just, what kind of career are you planning to have?
Yeah, that's a good joke.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Professional soccer player? ... Hana, you got a 60-something, didn't you? Shut the fuck up, man! I guess even the good ones have to fail at some point.
Ooh, you bitch. My
test score. I flushed and looked at my hands. A whole 60? You still did better than me.
That's hardly a relief.
Is that because you'll fall asleep in class? ...
I don't know why we're reading out the dots.
Ellipsis. I felt Satch's gaze.
Oh yeah, do that one for Satch going forward.
Yeah.
Because he would actually know.
I felt Satch's gaze hot on my face and avoided eye contact with him at all costs. Still, his disapproval lay over me like sauce on spaghetti. What a saying! I gotta say that now.
Yeah.
I hope you're happy, game.
Oh man, I can use that at work, talking about all the changes that are going on in my little region and be like, you have disappointed me in this, like thick sauce on spaghetti.
Thick sauce on spaghetti is
Yeah.
delicious. Why is that disappointing?
You have disappointed me. It lays over me. I'll find a way to word
You'll
it
find
right.
a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Alright.
I haven't thought it through yet, but in the spur of the moment, when the disappointment happens, it'll come to me.
Yeah. You both are welcome to ask for my help if you ever need it.
Yes, Satch.
Yeah.
We'd love for you to tutor us if you could.
Yeah, tonight even. We love learning.
Right on.
That works out perfectly for me. Tonight at 7, I'll see you in my room. PBG, you don't need to come.
Right on time, sir.
Oh, that's nice. Angry Satch was scary. Should we call it here? Or you want to keep going? Sneak into Satch's room? Do a little this, a little of that? Fondle the old Satch bag?
That's a really good question. We had a small interlude that
Yeah,
I imagine
so I don't actually know how long this episode is because I'm going to cut part of this out.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's keep going.
All right.
Make it a little bit of a long episode, maybe.
I'm alright with that. I showed up at Satch's room at 7 o'clock, right on time. PBG was nowhere in sight. Oh, eyebrows going up and down on me right now. I knocked lightly on the door. It swung open immediately. Hana, good to see you. Please come in. I'm sorry to say that PBG won't be joining us. He had other commitments. Jared's out too. Not quite sure what he's up to, though. Maybe practicing for his fashion show?
Oh.
I shuffled into his room, taking my shoes off by the door.
I guess it's just us then.
I love justice. Yeah, I guess so.
It rains from above. Yeah.
Ellipsis. What was this tension? Anyway, we've got a lot to cover, so let's get started. He pulled out Jared's desk chair and set it next to his own, patting the seat. I want to touch that chair. After you.
Thank you.
I sat on the chair and pulled out my notebooks and pencils. Once arranged nicely and ready to take notes, I turned attentively to Satch. He cleared his throat. What was the war fought for independence of America called?
Really?
Were we starting already? I didn't know anything about American history.
The American Revolutionary War.
Screw the Brits! That's how we feel after Shane's treated us this way.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like we should probably put in the right answer though. So,
Alright, fair enough.
But screw the Brits would be my default answer. If that was an option on a real test and I could afford to lose the points, I'm marking that.
Yeah. Standard answer. Good job. Copacetic. In an MMORPG, what is the role of the DPS? DPS? I heard that phrase used in class, but it was never explained to me. What is this class? I want to take this class.
Yeah. Run around and do lots of damage per second. Dreadbeard pirate skin. accidentally take the aggro off the tank and die. Clearly
Look,
that
it's
bottom
the
one.
last one, really, right?
Right. That's... I mean, technically kind of the top two?
Did he say what is the role, or what does it stand for?
He said what is the role.
So yeah, both of these are good answers.
But not all DPS run around.
Yeah, so
Okay.
just damage per second then?
I would suppose. Like, if you're playing a Warlock, you're not really running around. You just dot, 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 dot.
Maybe you're not.
That's
I'm a
fair.
very active mage.
Yeah, but you're a weird one.
That's true.
But yeah, I would say just DPS. I think that's what it's looking for.
A textbook answer. Good job. Okay, last question. Will you go out with me? If someone asks whether you're in a Russian serum, your response should be...
A Russian Saram?
Sure.
Okay.
Russian serum? Was that Korean?
No, I am not a prostitute. Yes, I am Russian, but no, I am not a prostitute. I don't understand, sorry, or that'll cost you. Huh.
Is it stay DPRK?
Uh,
Go on down to Koreatown, everyone.
I really want to say that'll cost you.
Do you want to? You actually want
I
to say that?
don't think that'll be the actual answer.
Do you think it matters?
I don't know. This one seems sort of out of the blue on this one. I mean, I'm not a hooker. And I'm not Russian. As far as I know, Hana isn't Russian in this game, right?
Oh, her last name is Mizuno.
Yeah, so no. Which one do you want to pick?
I don't care. I kind of want to see what the fourth one does, but like I don't want to like fuck up.
Fuck it, let's pick it.
Well, yes, but the questioning went on like this for a while. His questions were hard, but they seemed to be about foundational things I was never taught at my public school, but was already expected to know here at Asagao. It explained why Miss Shizuka's lectures were sometimes so hard to follow. I needed this foundational knowledge. By the end of things, even though I was tired, core concepts were starting to line up in my mind. Okay, let's take a break. A break! Thank goodness, my head hurt. I rubbed my temples, trying not to let my stress creep up on me. If you're ready, it's time to get to the actual lesson.
Oh yeah? Actual lesson? Was that?
Just a warm-up, yep. As I gaped at him, he bent down and picked something up from a compartment near his desk. It was a little red baggie, and he unwrapped it to reveal a condom? A strawberry cheesecake popsicle? Either way.
Perfect.
Now, if you can get these right, yeah, you get to have a snack. I gaped at him, my mouth watering.
I love those.
You can have it if you get these right. Nice.
I like that a lot.
We studied for a while, Satch quizzing me on various subjects, but... Explain to me the fall of Tokugawa Shogunate in 3 sentences or less.
Tokugawa Shogunate.
Is it actually Shogunate?
Pretty much.
No, fuck me. That was something they hadn't even taught us yet.
Sure, okay.
Well, no, that's not quite... Okay, what's the third law of thermodynamics, and what famous short story is it present in? Bobby will actually know this. What's the famous short story?
I actually don't know what favorite short story he would be talking about.
What in the hell? Oh, we can't answer it anyway.
Yeah, I have no clue.
What's the third law?
Good question.
Of thermodynamics?
You can actually get a bit weird with that because there is a 0th law.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
So there's 0, 1, 2, and 3. So it depends on how you define the third.
I mean, there's one that's called the third, right?
Right. But that doesn't mean it's the third.
But 0 was added later.
Right.
Okay.
So does that make it the first?
No.
Does that make it the 4th?
Yes.
No.
It makes it the 0th.
See?
But that didn't make the third law the 4th law.
Right.
It's still called the third law.
Right, but a lot of people will not say it's the third law.
Well, they're stupid.
Because a lot of books nowadays, including one that I had in college, didn't label it 0, 1, 2, and 3. They labeled it 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Interesting.
And my professor had to very clearly point out, it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 0, 1, 2, and 3.
Interesting.
And, whew, she was mad at that book.
Oh, okay.
So, it gets... Yeah, but yeah, I don't know what short story...
Satch chuckled. Entropy? No.
No.
Okay, what is the chemical composition of granite?
Satch, these questions are way harder than anything we've ever learned.
Of course they are. If you don't study above your level, how will it ever get easier for you?
That's not fair.
Satch laughed, and it only made me even angrier.
What? Stop laughing. I'm really frustrated.
No, that's what I'm laughing at. It's really cute.
Oh, dude, you're about to get punched in the dick.
And he's okay with that.
Yeah, alright, Satch, my kind of guy.
He handed the popsicle to me.
Right on.
Here, you've been working hard, so you deserve it.
You just gave this to me because I was cute, didn't you?
That's why we do everything.
Yeah.
No, you definitely deserve it for your hard work.
You're a terrible liar. Watch as I do squinty eyes at you.
I tried not to. He bent down to that desk compartment and pulled out another frozen treat. A vanilla cone covered in chocolates and nuts. I never loved those.
Yeah, me either.
I'll eat with you. He got out of his desk. I've just imagined him just pulling himself out of the drawer.
Yeah.
And stretched. I did the same. Instead, we moved to the couch, where I collapsed into with a small sigh.
So, Satch, how's your VR machine going?
I threw it in the trash. Oh, that. It's going okay. I wish I had more time to work on it. I feel like I'm so close to some kind of major breakthrough, but what with things, I've been distracted. Things? Did he mean me and my? My searching the grounds, the books, how hard his job had gotten, helping me study? As I went over the possible causes, I realized just how much Satch had to deal with because of me, and how much he was helping me. And I thought I was supposed to be helping him. Hey, don't make that face. It's not your fault. ...
So, why are you making it? Is it your dream?
Well, I guess because I was curious. I had some ideas I wanted to try out. It's related to my dream. I want to be able to make a living being creative. I'd like to explore how creativity works, the construction of ideas and mechanics, how they all work together with the human brain to create something new.
Oh.
Yeah.
But for right now, yes, finishing the machine is my dream. What's yours then?
I
bit my lip. It wasn't something I liked to talk about, but for some reason, I wanted to tell Satch. Maybe it was because I felt he was sincerely interested, or because he wouldn't judge me, but I could trust him, definitely.
I was bullied a lot at my old school. My former best friend and my friends. They would do horrible things, and eventually they did something so bad that it crossed the line.
They murdered my mother. I put my hand in my hair, somewhat self-conscious, then fingered the bow my father had given me.
I left home to come to Asagao rather than go to Amarurisu again. My dad is working himself to the bone just to let me stay here because my mom is no longer with us. For a long time, my dream was just to have friends.
This sounded so sad, pathetic almost.
Hey.
You know, that dream has already come true. You have friends. I gave him a look. I'm serious. Look around you. Thermal Boots Club, even if they've been mixed up, are your friends. And even if you can't count them, you got me in mind now. We're your friends. We've got your back. Looks like you have to find something else to dream about now. I stared at him and suddenly...
Huh?
What? Why are you crying? Did I say something wrong?
No.
Oh, Jesus. She
I'm
got
just-
full on anime mouth now.
Yeah. You're right, and... I'm happy.
She did go to Teethstop after all.
Yeah.
She used the store credit.
To get one tooth.
Yeah. A slow smile spread across Satch's face, and he put an arm around me. I leaned my head into his shoulder and cried. Just cried.
Yeah. You guys are my friends. How did I get so lucky?
Oh, you're about to get lucky. It's because of who you are as a person, Hana. It wasn't by random chance. That's not how people work. If you think we're something special, you must be too.
What?
Hmm?
Wow! Wow!
Satch patted the top of my head.
Okay, let's cut it right there, because I feel like that was great, and we keep going, it's only going to go downhill a bit.
Alright.
So, yeah, we Waluigi'd, and then he patted us on the head.
Yeah, as one does.
Right? Perfect senpai moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and do our shoutouts.
Alright, so I'm going to do a shout out to a thing that Bobby surprised me by doing a shout out to in our E3 predictions video.
Yes!
That we're going to talk about it again, so get over it.
Yes, because nobody will watch this, but we still need to do a shout out.
Right. So I'm going to do a shout out to a hard cider that we found at Bevmo. It's called Rekorderlig. And I'll put a picture up here so that you don't have to listen to my terrible Swedish name.
That's fair.
It's a hard cider that is just... It's wild berry flavor. The one that I have. They have a few different flavors, but I picked up the wild berry flavor because I was looking for like a raspberry hard cider. And I was just like, well, I like this one because its tagline is beautifully Swedish, and I think that's hilarious.
Yes.
So, I picked it up, and Bobby picked up the strawberry rhubarb one. Not the same brand. And we came home, and Bobby tried his, and he's like, yeah, it's alright. And I tried mine, and I'm like, oh, shit. And I made him and David try it, and they were both like, arr!
It was really good.
Yeah, it's delicious, man.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really like it. I'm going to try to find the other flavors as well. It's really tasty. It's a very good hard cider. I was fully on team Angry Orchard, but now if I can find this one more often, I'm probably going to get this one.
Same.
Yeah, it's good.
Especially since I can't find my woodchuck around here anymore.
Woodchuck's not in California anymore for some reason.
Oh yeah, it's disappointing. I'm upset. But yeah, if you're over 21 and you have a means to get it, definitely give it a shot. It's amazing.
Yeah, just don't look at the sugar content.
Yeah. So my shout out is going to go towards a song, and it's by a band called Eluveitie. I'm never going to pronounce that right.
Eluveitie?
Yeah, maybe. Sure. Leuveitie. The song is called A Rose for Epona. And I learned about it because of a channel that I've done a shout out to before, Alina Gingertail. She did a cover of it that I think is the best version of it. But then I also looked up the lyrics and listened to the original version and all that stuff. And it's just a really, really, really good song. I just like Alina's Gingertail's cover of it the best. But I want to do a special shout out to that one because I've been sharing with other people and I realized I kind of want to point that one out specifically.
Okay.
So,
I haven't heard it. Is it about Zelda?
No.
No. Okay.
Just listen to the song.
Why is it about Epona then?
Because it's just Epona.
It's just about the horse?
Sure.
Okay.
Other things have been called Epona before.
I don't think so.
And, you just give a rose to a horse, but you can't make it drink it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a horse does. He eats the horse.
Yeah, but I think it's a really pretty song, and I've listened to it a lot. If I'm listening to my YouTube playlist at work, I kind of got it so that way that song pops up like 5 times more than every other song.
Uh-huh.
At least right now. I really, really like it. So give it a shout, give it a listen, all that stuff. Let me know if you like it. All that jazz.
Alright. Okay, guys, we'll see you next time for some more Satch shenanigans.
Yes. Satchy shenanigans?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.